What we are about to show you today is the most dangerous book in the world. You might have heard of it, you might have not, but there is a 25% chance that you will be breaking a law if you are even seen reading this book, because it is banned in every Muslim country in the world. Scholars fear this book. People go crazy after reading it for once, and the things written in it have baffled minds for centuries. So when we tell you never go searching for it online, never go searching for it online. And the name of this potent, this enigmatic and this utterly mysterious book is Shams al-Ma'arif. Before we start, we would like to welcome you to Infomish. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Now let's circle back to our topic. Shams al-Ma'arif means the son of knowledge, and it is not your typical historical book. It originated from Egypt and was written by a 13th century Algerian Sufi scholar, Ahmed al-Buni. Ahmed al-Buni was born in modern-day Algeria. He was a prominent figure in his time and was renowned primarily as a Sufi teacher, not as any sort of magician or similar persona. In his later years, he gained immense respect as a Sufi teacher and master. In fact, he led a group of devoted disciples in Cairo, Egypt. They diligently practiced Sufism together and used to engage in rituals such as Khalwa, spiritual retreats, all under al-Buni's wise guidance. Now about his book, The Shams. This book, well, it is a whole different world of mystique and controversy. It has been stirring up debates in the Middle East for centuries. You see, it is a crossroads where mystical Islam and traditional orthodoxy collide. Now let us tell you the most interesting part. The book dives deep into the occult. It talks about demons, magic, curses and superstitions. But what's actually in there? First off, there are chapters on spiritual cosmology and astrology, especially about lunar magic. And then, the most horrifying part. The book covers everything about demons and angels, from the names of demons captured by the Prophet Solomon to insights into angels and their characteristics. After their introduction, you get a guidebook on how to communicate with spirits and demons, and not just any communication. We are talking about controlling them, making them do your bidding. It is just as terrifying as it sounds. But it is not just that. The book is a treasure trove of knowledge on the magical use of letters, numbers, and even interpretations of the Quran. In short, it is an encyclopedia of secret magical wisdom using letters from the Arabic language. And yes, there are amulets and talismans too, so in a way you will find many different forms of power and magic here. Now why the controversy? Well, by the 14th century, scholars like Ibn Khaldun and Ibn Taymiyyah were calling out al-Buni. They branded his work as black magic, which is forbidden in Islam. The book is not just a couple of pages. It is filled with colorful tables, prayer charts, numerological ciphers, all these to decode hidden meanings known as ilm al-huruf. The book introduces you to alpha or cryptograms, basically using letters and numbers to create symbols with specific powers. Al-Buni even theorized that the Arabic letters of the Quran, all 28 of them, hold numerical values with mysterious, wish-fulfilling properties. He used these letters in his book to devise ways to summon evil forces. A prime example is magic squares, where rows of numbers always add up to the same sum, no matter how you add them. These concepts of numbers and magic squares weren't new, though. The magic squares drawn in this book existed in India and Iraq long before al-Buni, but his adaptation for a Muslim audience was groundbreaking. By the 15th century, these ideas were so popular that soldiers in India wore these numerological charts for protection. After the death of al-Buni in 1225, Shams al-Ma'arif began a journey of its own. It evolved into something far more expansive than its original version. Over several hundred years, new chapters were added, and so the book ended up with 40 chapters. These additions, which are believed to be the work of various anonymous authors, were likely attempts to piggyback on al-Buni's fame. They infused their own ideas into this growing mystical tome. The result? The emergence of Shams al-Ma'arif al-Kubra, or the expanded Shams al-Ma'arif. Interestingly, historical records of this version only started popping up in the 17th century. This extended version, with its deeper teachings into the occult, is what we see today, translated into Urdu, Turkish, Indonesian, and even Spanish. Even though the book focuses on many things, people started reading it because it teaches summoning angels and demons. But imagine calling upon forces you might not be able to control. That's a risky game. Sufi masters who had deep spiritual connections were said to practice this centuries ago. They used these teachings to bridge the earthly and spiritual worlds. But when people like you and I start to practice the teachings in the book, we cannot handle what it brings. This is why Shams Almaarif is feared too much. This fear about this book has a lot to do with the times we are in. Nowadays, we want logic behind things and only believe things that have some kind of scientific evidence, and we are super practical, right? So anything that smells like magic or mysticism gets a bad rap. Back in the 19th and 20th centuries, Sufism lost its value and people moved towards more rational teachings. They stopped believing in magic, in superstitions. But while some might say it is all harmless, history tells us otherwise. There have been incidents, real consequences. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? The power of belief, the allure of the unknown. It is all in Shams Almaarif. Naturally, with its deep roots in the occult and the generally frowned-upon view of magic in Islam, Shams Almaarif has become a fertile ground for urban legends and eerie stories among Muslims. Take this spine-chilling story circulating in online forums. It is said that a Saudi man read the book, and guess what happened to him? It is said that he married the female demon that he was trying to control in the first place. The story takes a dark turn as this supernatural bride is said to have murdered his human wife and his entire family. There are also numerous accounts of people experiencing intense nightmares after merely skimming through its pages. Some believe that the demons, fearing control, manifest in these dreams to terrify the reader into abandoning the book. Imagine the lengths demons might go to prevent their subjugation. However, not all interactions with al-Buni's work have such dramatic outcomes. In parts of South Asia, like Pakistan and India, al-Buni's charts are displayed in shop windows believed to bring prosperity to businesses. His words or variations of them are also etched into divination bowls, with the belief that water from these bowls can heal the sick. And Western opinions on Shams Almaarif are not uniformly negative. Some defend the book, claiming it is not about black magic, but a profound exploration of wisdom and the laws governing the unseen world. They argue that the knowledge within its pages goes deep into the mysteries of the universe, far beyond mere sorcery. So what's your take on Shams Almaarif? Do you think it's dangerous or just a misunderstood manuscript of ancient wisdom? Let us know in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to like, share and subscribe for more exciting stories. We will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.